Glad to see you doing well. Glad to see we made it this far, and man, you got a lot of stuff going on.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
I don't think I've ever seen you in a t-shirt. I see you relaxed. I usually see you with a, looking very sharp with a tie and everything. I'm glad to see you in a t-shirt though, because that just shows one that you're just like everybody else. You're human, and two, it shows me that maybe something's changed within you with the past year. Like, is there a lesson you learned or something that just kind of came to you and made you maybe relax and enjoy life a little more? Or what's going on?
No, actually, I'm like this every day. Actually, believe it or not, unless I have meetings and things of that nature, because I'm in and out the gym with our fighters, so, and actually I'm just headed to the gym right now to see Gervonta.
I know that you had a lot of words with different people on social media regarding Mayweather versus Logan Paul exhibition match. What makes people think? Well, I don't know why people would think that Logan Paul would be able to knock out Mayweather for one. If that hasn't happened with boxers that had been in the boxing business for many years, what do you think people really expected Logan Paul to knock out Mayweather?
Well, again, you have there are different types of fans, and you have your purists, your diehard fans who obviously follow the sport more closely than more so the casual fans. The casual fans, they tend to look at things in somewhat of a different way, and it's their opinions, and that's what makes for having big events when people have different types of opinions, because it starts with different conversations, So again, there were probably a small segment of people out there that probably felt as though that he was just probably going to be too big, too strong, and that he, that probably was a very small few amount of the casuals that actually thought that. But it was just an exhibition. It's hard to quote unquote to clip a guy when a guy outweighs you, about 50 pounds, and all he's looking to do is hold and grapple and that kind of thing. But it was entertainment at its best, and I thought Floyd went out there and did exactly what he was aiming to do, and that was go out there and give the fans some entertainment. He didn't take a backward step. He didn't do no moving around. He just kept pressing forward, trying to again to get Logan to exchange, and again, it's just all entertainment, but Logan wasn't having no parts of it. I think early on, and maybe probably the end of the first round, early second round, he got touched with a left hook, and then from that point on, he was just like, nope, I'm just grabbing and holding, and I'm trying to survive, and that's exactly what he did.
Do you think these type of exhibition fights are preventing casual fans from becoming full-on boxing fans? You don't think it's a negative aspect, for the fans maybe looking to get into the boxing world, but then they see fights like this and they get discouraged?
Well, it's not necessarily this. It's the difference between a fight and an exhibition. Big difference.
Right. But a lot of casuals won't know.
Yeah, but no. It's see what it is that there's a narrative that kind of goes around. See, people had a problem with it because it was Floyd Mayweather that was doing it. You understand?
They want to see the big man fall, right?
Yeah. The fact that there are a lot of people that don't like certain things, and it's okay. People going, if you don't like something, you don't have to pay for it or watch it.
Are there any talks about Floyd coming back for a different exhibition match, or is he the one and done?
No, we hadn't had another conversation after it. If there's a entertainment exhibition bout out there, something that he would be interested in, then that's something he would, think about doing. But other than that, he's continuing to live his life and enjoy the retired life.
You as a promoter, what would you say is your biggest challenge right now in boxing, and what do you think is the one thing that boxing is missing to get to that next level?
Well, there's a lack of stars in the sport. When you look around, I mean, obviously, we have one of the biggest stars in the entire sport in Gervonta Davis. He's been able to have a incredible impact on this younger generation with creating great interest. There's so many of these youngsters out there that they're locked in with Gervonta because what he is able to do, he's able to bring something different to the sport. He has he's the most exciting fighter in the sport, and that's why the younger generation have gravitated towards him. We haven't seen anything that combination of speed and power, and the fans haven't been able to witness his boxing ability and his boxing skills. And I think that they might get an opportunity to witness that next Saturday night, but who knows? But as it relates to the other fighters out there, you do have a handful of stars in the sport, but when it comes to the young fighters, Gervonta Davis tops that list by miles. And again, it's just a great feeling, as a promoter. Floyd feels the same way that, Gervonta Davis has the it factor, and there's no other young fighter out there that's like him. You only have a few guys who are ticket sellers in the sport. I think it's about 4 or 5 of them, and he's right there with them. And very, very soon, Gervonta Davis will be the face of boxing, and he will be the biggest star in the entire sport.
Tell me how you think this fight's gonna go.
I think it's a terrific fight. Barrios, it's a dangerous fight. He's tall, he's rangy, and he has good power. So I think that, Tank is going to have to figure him out in the early rounds. And we know that the Barrios has a terrific trainer in Virgil Hunter, and he's going to be definitely 100% prepared. But what Gervonta Davis brings to the table is something, again, different, because that speed and power alone is because he can do different things. He can switch things up, and he has incredible boxing ability. So I think that we might be able to get a glimpse of that, and probably towards the middle to the latter part of the fight, I think that Tank gets to him and he stops Mario Barrios. That's my opinion.
Awesome. And last but not least, I have to ask you, because I'm not sure if I'll talk to you before then, but what are your thoughts on Wilder and Fury next fight?
I think Wilder knocks him square out.
Yeah.
And Fury's he's a good boxer, and when the first 2 bouts, he's definitely won more of the rounds if you're counting rounds. But I think that Deontay Wilder has made some excellent changes in his preparation. He has a new trainer, etc. And I think that chemistry is phenomenal. And I think that he's going to bring something a little different to the table that Fury hadn't seen. Fury does a lot of talking. He has tremendous confidence. But I'm really looking forward to Wilder knocking his ass all the way out.
Yeah, I think we'll want that on a heavyweight fight. Mr. Ellerbe, always a pleasure to talk to you. I hope to see you soon in Vegas, and we can toast to life again.
Thank you, and it's so nice to speak to you again. And again, we'll see each other soon.